Ukraine destroys Russian special forces and takes dozens of prisoners in huge Putin blow. Russian soldiers from the Senezh and Kubinka units have been attempting to carry out acts of sabotage deep behind Ukrainian defensive lines. Ukraine has wiped out a group of saboteurs from Russia's special forces in a major blow for Putin's army. The Russian army continues to launch attacks all along the front lines in Ukraine as it seeks to stretch and exhaust Kiev's military resources. While some of the most intense and bitter fighting has centered in and around Pokrovsk in the east of the country, Putin's army has also been trying to make headway in northern Ukraine. The Chernihiv region has seen its fair share of fighting and was subjected to a massive drone and missile bombardment yesterday, targeting civilian and energy infrastructure. The bombardment caused a total blackout in the region's main city, Chernihiv, as the region was hit by over 100 Shahed drones and 6 ballistic missiles. Kremlin Special Forces units are also active in the area, which shares a border with both Russia and Belarus. Soldiers from the Senezh and Kubinka units have been attempting to carry out acts of sabotage deep behind Ukrainian defensive lines. Both units are key elements of Russia's Special Operation Forces, SSO, reporting directly to the General Staff. Their soldiers undergo meticulous selection and multi-year training and are considered the elite of the elite among Russian security agencies. However, a group of saboteurs from a Senezh unit were spotted and subsequently ruthlessly eliminated by Ukraine's 54th Separate Reconnaissance Battalion and the 105th Border Guard Detachment. 6 Russian officers from the unit were killed and their weapons and equipment were seized following the military operation. The destruction of the Russian elite force was first reported by Ukraine's I Want to Live project, operated by Ukraine's intelligence service. The organization is instrumental in persuading Russian soldiers to defect. The agency said in a video, the destruction of entire groups of such specialists means not just tactical but strategic losses, the weakening of the personnel core of the Russian special services, and the reduction of their capacity to conduct complex operations outside of Russia. It comes as Ukraine's army confirmed it had retaken the village of Kucherev Yar, about 40 kilometers from the besieged city of Pokrovsk. The settlement had been captured by Russian forces in mid-August during a breakthrough to Dobropilye. The Ukrainians said they had taken several dozen Russian soldiers as prisoners in a post to their channel. The exchange fund for our state has been significantly replenished, they wrote. Meanwhile, Putin's army in disarray after North Koreans turned their guns on Russian soldiers. North Korean soldiers reportedly shot at Russian military vehicles in the Kursk region, close to the Ukrainian border, in another friendly fire fiasco. Pyongyang is believed to have sent around 15,000 troops to help bolster Putin's army in the western region. This followed a pact signed last June between Vladimir Putin and North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un, whereby the two countries pledged mutual military assistance in the event either was invaded. At the time, Kim hailed the treaty as the strongest ever before reaffirming his support in September, when he offered the Kremlin his unconditional support for its war in Ukraine. North Korea has also provided the Russian army with missiles, long-range weapons, and thousands of artillery shells. In return, Pyongyang is thought to have received food, money, and technical help as it seeks to modernize its army. However, numerous friendly fire incidents involving Kim's troops have been reported over the past year, with some involving fatalities. The latest episode is said to have occurred in the last few days, when North Korean soldiers opened fire on a Russian military convoy. There has been, as yet, no official confirmation of the incident, which was first reported by pro-Russian military bloggers. The bloggers claim that conflicts between Kim and Putin soldiers are becoming more frequent. Kim soldiers have been accused of shooting Russians trying to take photographs of them with their mobile phones. The North Koreans are said to suspect anyone taking photos of them as being spies. A deadly shooting incident in January resulted in the deaths of 5 Russian soldiers by 3 North Koreans. The shooting sparked a major manhunt, with the North Korean renegades described as armed and dangerous. Posters were distributed in the Kursk region, warning people to be on their guard and not to approach the suspects. On January 13, 2025, in the area of the village of Bolshoy Salodotskoy, Kursk region, 3 DPRK soldiers killed 5 servicemen of the 810th Separate Marine Brigade, Military Unit 13140, from Sevastopol. The poster said, "The criminals are armed and dangerous. If found, observe personnel safety measures and report to the Kursk Regional Department of the Ministry of Internal Affairs."